Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. As you can probably already tell by the title, today's makeup is a bridal makeup tutorial. So it's just using soft natural colours that are going to complement any skin tone, any eye colour and any eye shape. So if you want to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. I'm starting off today by priming my skin using the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. This primer is perfect for a wedding because it's a long-lasting primer, it's oil-free, and it's going to make sure that your makeup stays in place all day long. Now what I'm going to be doing is actually applying the primer first, then going in and doing my eyes, and then coming back and doing the skin later. This is going to give the primer time to set, which is then going to ensure that the makeup will last even longer. I'm now going in and filling in my brows. I'm just using the NYX Eyebrow Cake Powder as per the usual in the colour taupe brown. It's important to keep your eyebrows as natural as possible for a wedding. You don't want them to look overdrawn or scary because that's really going to show up in photography and you're going to regret that. So just make sure that you're keeping the powders or the cream products within the area that the natural hair grows. And then it's very, very important, as always, to set the brows in place with a gel. Using a tinted gel will add definition in flash photography and it will make sure the eyebrows really show up but they're not going to look scary. This is the Benefit Gimme Brow in the colour Medium Deep. I'm now going to be going in with my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the colour NC20, and on a fluffy eye brush, I'm just going to be patting that one all over the lid and then blending it in with my fingers. This is the perfect primer for bridal makeup because not only will it provide a sticky surface for the eyeshadows to adhere to, but it'll also cover any imperfections, any discoloration, and it is also completely creaseless. So not only will it stop your makeup from creasing, but it'll keep it there all night long. For eyeshadows, I've chosen to go with a Lorac Pro palette. This is the perfect bridal palette because it contains the best neutral shades, pretty much any colour you could possibly need. And the first colour I'm going in with is this one here called Light Pink. And on a MAC 252 brush, I'm just going to be popping that on the inner corners of my eyes. Just continue to build up the colour intensity as much as you want. You pretty much want this colour to be completely opaque. I'm then going to be picking up some of this colour called Mauve. This is the perfect purpley nude shade and it looks so gorgeous on brides. And I'm just going to be popping that one only in the outer corners of my eyes. Don't worry about making it too neat at this stage because we are going to be blending it out later. The brush that I'm using to do this is the Sigma E55 Eyeshadow brush and it's perfect for this job. Next up I'm taking Taupe, which is a gorgeous warm toned brown, and I'm picking that one up on a Sigma E35 tapered blending brush and going to be working that one right through the socket. This is going to sort of create a transition colour for us and it's also going to blend out those shadows that we applied first. I'm then going to take Taupe and Mauve just on the Sigma E30 pencil brush and run those ones through the lower lash line as well. Next up is Espresso, which is this gorgeous chocolate brown colour, and it is this colour that's going to really add the depth to this look. Now taking it on a very small blending brush by Sigma, I will leave all of the brush details in the description bar as always, but as you can see here I'm taking only a very small amount of product at a time and slowly working it into the outer V area. You want to be really careful to only apply a small amount at a time and slowly build up the colour intensity, because if you just go in and apply too much in one go, you'll end up with choppy and unblended eyeshadows. So as you can see, I'm just slowly applying more and more product and then blending it out as I go. And then you'll see here in the next clip that I've built up the colour intensity to where I want it, and now I'm just really working on buffing it out to ensure there's no choppiness or harsh lines. Now picking up Pewter, which is this shade that's very similar to the Mauve shade, but it's more of a shimmery finish. And on a MAC 217 brush, I'm just working that on the area between the darker shadow and the lighter shadow to ensure that it blends flawlessly and fades from dark to light. As you can see here, it's done a really fantastic job of doing that. All of the colours blended and there are no harsh lines. To highlight my inner tear duct area and my brow bone, I'm now taking Nude, and I'm just taking that on a very small detailing brush, popping it on the inner tear duct area and then blending it out into the lower lash line. I did also apply a small amount of this to my brow bone, but it seems like I forgot to film it. Whoops! Now picking up the matte black shadow from the same palette, I'm going to be taking the Sigma E15 flat definer brush and wiggling that shadow into the outer corner of the upper lashes. This is going to ensure that the lashes appear a lot fuller and thicker than they are naturally, and that's also sort of in place of an eyeliner because I think an eyeliner is a little too harsh for a wedding look. We want all of the colours to be natural and sort of buffed out. I know it seems like a lot of steps, but it's all of these steps paired together that's going to give you that really professional bridal look. And then finally, to finish the eyes, I'm taking champagne just on my fingertip and I'm just popping that right on the center of the eye. This is going to give a nice highlight to the center of the eye there and really pull the eyes forward and out. Next step is mascara. Now obviously you want to use a waterproof mascara because if you're the bride or you're in the bridal party, I can nearly promise there's going to be a lot of crying, so you want to be prepared for those occasions. And then after the mascara, I'm going in and applying some false lashes. I've chosen the Red Cherry Demi Wispies. As you can see, they're thicker at the bottom but they taper out towards the end, so this is going to look really, really natural on the eye. So it's going to give, you know, quite a bit of volume and definition and darkness close to the lash line, but then they'll feather out and just look really natural and romantic. As you can see, I'm using some tweezers to wiggle them as close to my natural lash line as possible. This is going to ensure they look as natural as possible. And then finally, to finish the eyes, I'm taking this nude eyeliner from NYX. This is one of the NYX Wonder pencils. This is going to really brighten that inner waterline, and you can take it with you on the day to combat any redness. So this Beauty Blender sponge is pretty much the saviour for this makeup, and as you can see, I've wet it and it's enlarged quite a significant amount. I'm then going to be using my NARS Sheer Glow foundation. I'm mixing the colours medium 2 and medium 3, which are Santa Fe and Stromboli, to get my perfect colour match. I'm first going in with the MAC 190 brush and basically just stippling the foundation all over the face. This is a great way to apply your foundation before buffing it out because it ensures that you get most of the product really on the face rather than wasting it in your brush or in your sponge. Now the Beauty Blender sponge is perfect for the bridal makeup look because it pretty much will give you the most airbrush finish you can possibly get without actually using a makeup airbrush system. It just really, it buffs it out and blends it out so perfectly, and it just melts into the skin and looks so perfectly natural. The NARS Sheer Glow foundation is also perfect for the bride because it really does photograph amazingly. Whether that's just in natural light or in flash photography, it's going to show up. It's not going to look cakey, it looks flawless, it's glowing, it's just the most beautiful foundation for the bride. I'm then going back in with my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the colour NC20. This concealer is 1 to 2 shades lighter than my skin tone, and that is what you are going to want to use on your big day. Concealer 1 to 2 shades lighter than your skin is going to give a really natural highlight to the face, and it's going to make your skin look glowing in all of the photographs. And I'm just taking this one on the same MAC 190 flat foundation brush, popping it in the areas that I want it to be, and that is under the eyes, middle of the face, and that T-zone and on the chin as well, and then blending it out with the pointy end of my Beauty Blender. Once again, using the Beauty Blender sponge is really going to create that perfect airbrush finish. To set all of this makeup in place, I'm using my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural in the colour medium. And I'm just going to be lightly dusting this one onto my face using the Sigma F50 Duo Fiber brush. The mineral pigments in this powder are really going to reflect the light, and it's going to make your skin look beautiful and glowing in photographs. The next step is contouring, and I'm using my Bobbi Brown bronzing powder in the colour Natural. It's very important to use a really natural shade of bronzer, so you don't want it to look orange or red or have like a purple undertone. You want a really beautiful natural colour that's going to complement your skin perfectly. And just using the MAC, which one is this? The 109 small contour brush, I'm very lightly contouring my cheekbones, my temple areas, and then later contouring my nose. A really natural contour is going to show up really, really nicely in photography, and it's also going to really complement your natural, beautiful features. The key really is to not go too overboard and to use a bronzing powder that's really finely milled, so it's not going to look choppy or muddy on the skin, it's just going to look like a really beautiful natural shadow. Contouring the nose is honestly the cheapest nose job you'll ever get, so make sure you practice a couple of days prior to the wedding, but this is going to really sculpt and slim down your nose. Bridal makeup is all about beautiful glowing skin, and to achieve this I'm using my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the colour Soft and Gentle. I'm going to be applying this on a small duo fibre brush, and I'm actually going to be applying this prior to applying my blush because it gives a really natural finish and it makes it look like the skin is glowing from within. So as you can see, I'm applying this on the highest points of my cheekbones in a C shape around the edge of my eye there, and then I'm also going to pop that one down the bridge of my nose and then on my cupid's bow. Bridal skin really needs to be glowing and completely flawless, and this is really going to help achieve that. The last step to finish the skin is obviously a blush. I've chosen this blush by NARS in the colour Desire. I know you're probably looking at this and thinking, whoa, that is so bright, it's going to look crazy, you're going to look like a clown, but it's actually not the case. It actually shows up on the skin as a really beautiful soft pink, and it's soft pinks that really complement the skin perfectly in flash photography. And by applying the blush over top of the highlight, it just looks so natural and sun-kissed. And just make sure you do pop it in on the back corner of your cheek or right up near the temple there, because that's going to give you a really natural glow. Next up is the lips, and I'm taking this Calvin Klein lip pencil in the colour Toasted Pink. For the bridal makeup, you really want to stick with nudes, pinks and browns on the lips because they're going to look really, really natural, and basically they're just a better version of your natural lip colour. And pretty much bridal makeup is all about being a better version of yourself rather than looking like somebody else. So I've just lined my lips with this one, and I'm then colouring the lips in, and then to finish it off I'm taking this NARS lip gloss in the colour Turkish Delight, which is pretty much a shiny baby pink colour, and it's just going to give my lips a really nice juicy pout, and this one's not too sticky as well, so it's going to photograph beautifully and it'll be fine for kissing the groom on your perfect day. So that completes your bridal makeup look. As I mentioned earlier, bridal makeup is all about natural complementing shades on the eyes and beautiful flawless glowing skin. And really on your wedding you just want to look like a more, a better version of yourself, but stick with a really nice natural and soft flirty makeup look. So I hope you guys really enjoyed the tutorial. Let me know in the comments below if you did, and give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. And to all of the beautiful brides, I hope you have an amazing day, and I hope that this DIY makeup tutorial helps you save a few pennies on the way. I love you all so much. I'll see you in the next video. I'm just going to use the same brush again, the tapered kabuki, to blend this one out. Now you'll notice, even as you can see me doing this, that those areas where I've applied that product look so bright. It's an amazing product, it doesn't crease, it's non-greasy, and it'll last all night. I definitely recommend this one as a liquid highlighter. Now to set all those liquid products in place, I'm going to be taking my NARS pressed powder in the colour Beach, and just on the small tapered highlighter brush I'm first going to be setting the concealers underneath my eyes, and then on the large, I think